No man do they call me, my mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Hey everybody, and by everybody I mean Marcus Eng, because right now we only have one person in chat. So we are going to be doing another round of growing the tribe. I finally got caught up on what's been going on, and we're going to wait until we have some people coming in. We got two people now. I don't really want to get started until we at least hit the 10 mark. We got Silver Trim Hill with a Wah. Marcus Eng, finally a Wah with some Orc Boys who've come so far. Timmy the Tech Priest, I have come, is also here. We got 6 coming in. So I'm going to tell you guys this so I can stall for time and let some more people come in. But last night I had a rough night of sleep. I was actually a good no man. I was like, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get everything together for the stream. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to get up nice and early, make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. Went to bed at like 11:30. I usually am not well behaved, and I like go to bed at like 1 or something. But I was like, nope, I'm going to go to bed early. And then at 4:30 in the morning, my neighbor's dogs start barking, and I close the window. And I'm like, okay. I wake up, I close the window, and then our dog starts barking. So I have to get up and go bring him into my room so he stops barking at the neighbor's dog, and then I don't really get back to sleep. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm running on I might have to take a break for some coffee. I didn't grab coffee yet. We can do that later though. If we get to like a decent stopping point, I will probably go grab some coffee. All right, we got 13 people in here. Just a reminder for you guys that are coming in, make sure you're liking the stream. It helps spread the magic that is growing the tribe. The best way to grow the tribe is to get more tribes people in here. And I'll go over the rules for anyone who might be new. We got quite a few people in here now. We got Aaron Lee, King Crafter Odafer Farabtuk, Bobby Morris, Old Man Skeletal, Edward Rylands, Yes Name, Edwin Marin Castro, Cameron Christensen. Cameron, I don't think have you been around recently? I feel like it's been a while since you were here. Nelson De Salvatore too. I don't know if you guys have been around. It just seems. And I Steal Content EXE. And I guess Zachary Weaver's here too. I guess he's here. I guess Orpheus is here too. No, it's understandable. Just dealing with college. Nope, perfectly understandable. Everyone's got stuff to do. But I try to make a good time for the people who are here. All right. For those of you who are not familiar with the rules, they are as follows. We are going to be controlling various characters in the realm of Snotopia. And chat is going to be the ones who decide the different characters' actions and what they're doing. And basically the way it works is we get to a point, we will want to decide to do something, and then chat will vote on whether or not to do this thing or that thing or whatever. And basically by democratic process, chat will decide the action of the character. If democracy is not for you, if the powers of a tyrant are more your style, you are welcome to donate in order to have a character take a particular action. There are some limits to donations. You cannot buy an action and like have it succeed. I don't want this game to be pay to win, but I also want like choices to have an impact, and I want you to have some value for the things you put in. Like, oh, your guy's gonna die unless you fork over those fat stacks. So what I generally do is you guys can take whatever action you want. and you can basically, when you are taking like an attack action or something like that with a donation, I will give it advantage. Shows you how tired I am. I actually don't have my dice with me at the moment. I'm going to go grab a d20. I will. Oh no, I have d20s. They're here. They're just behind me. They're going to be slightly different d20s than we were used to using. All right, got an important thing. This is our good luck orb. It's a good luck orb. It will help us roll well. So I'm gonna get that slightly out of the way, and it will just help it. It'll totally. This is my good luck orb. I bring it along with me on my game days. It won't hold still. Why won't it hold still? It's there. It exists. Let me see. Can I get something that makes it hold still? I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna have. Boop, got a green die and a blue die. So I'm gonna make got a green is best. So this is the best die, and blue is lucky. So that's the lucky die. The orb knows all. I wish it would sit somewhere where you could. Oh, I get it to sit, so it just sits there. It wants to roll. I don't know why it wants to roll. Where does it? It's rolling. Just means that my table is not flat. Tape. Tape is the answer. Tape is still not the answer. There we go. The orb. The orb knows all. Okay, so this session, I'm going to also go over, I kind of messed up last session because I goofed up that Snot Bow was actually supposed to be scouting out the big Hume town to the south, that he wasn't going to be going with the group up to the mysterious military outpost in the north. So he wasn't actually there. I ended up changing things around for the story. I just made Snot Bow not be there and made everything else be a different green skin. Just move things over. Anyways, we got 14 people. I think we're ready to start. What I kind of wanted to do was do Snot Bow's scouting. Have him scout out points south, because I kind of want to build up towards different conflicts that we have. You guys now have a threat up north, and you also have the large town that's to the south that is some degree a threat. So I think I was going to be more ambitious and try to go in different directions, but I think I'm going to keep things simple, and we're going to do Snot Bow's story. We're going to keep things to Snot Bow. I'm also thinking of doing a stream that is more like a day in the life of Snotopia, where we maybe pick up some lesser-known characters and do stuff with them. So I think we might be able to do that. Tape is weak, sacrificed for the orb. The orb is a gift from Gork and Mork. Is there ever going to be more orcs? If not, I understand. More orcs? What do you mean more orcs? Like in this game? Yeah, there will be more orcs that sprout up. Any weird boys yet? Double D, who's a Grot, is developing weird boy powers because he ate a weird shroom, as per someone's request. So, okay, we're going to start off with Snot Bow. He is setting out from... Oh, yes, Eric Rayner is also Wrenchman. So, if you anger him, he will wield his power irresponsibly and spitefully and prevent you from, I don't know, doing things. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get into the actual thing that I wrote. Okay, so Snot Bow is setting out, and he is basically moving from He's leaving from Snotantium. He hopped on Snodius's raft as he was going to go pick up other people to go up to uh, Mega Humiopolis to start fixing things, to go get work done and also build defenses and all the various things that are going to get done over there. He then is going to get off at Snotantinople. I'm actually going to go get the map so I can point out what's happening. 1 second. Map forthcoming. This game is getting to be like a lot of, I don't know, like there's a lot of things for me to keep track of, a lot of paperwork, a lot of notes, a lot of things that I will inevitably forget. Okay. The orb will return. Fear not. The orb will keep you safe. Let me get this so it's more centered. What's that? Can we see what's... Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we've got Snotantinople is here. Over here is Byzantium. This is This is Wolf Tree. Up here is Mega Humiopolis. So Snot Bow, I think it makes more sense for him to go from here and then basically over to this road and then cut across. Because you guys have this as a map of the area to the south of you guys. So he would come over here and go that way. The other option is he takes the raft all the way up to Mega Humiopolis and then comes down, which might be longer. So what do you guys want to do? Snot Bow, yeah, is definitely picking his nose as he considers which path he ought to start. So yes, Snot Bow is currently on the raft. He's getting close to arriving at Snotantinople. He needs to decide whether he's going to leave here and go to whatever the big Humi town is. Go the road instead of the river. All right, let's see what everyone says. Go Snot Bow. Really necessity. Doesn't need the raft. Pick nose. Pick nose. He's definitely picked his nose. He's picking his nose as long as we're thinking about this. Maybe we can make Snot Bow steal a map. That's an opportunity. He'd have to get to someone that has. We can do fishing, raft. Got one for So I think we got 1, 2 for the raft. One for land. Raft, road, land. I think land, raft. I think it's pretty. I think road might be ahead by 1. Road by 2. I think we're split. I think we're very, very. Hold on. Let's see if we can go. So 1 for road. Raft might be longer, but a lot more stealthier. That's not a. Okay, hit road, 2 road. Ryland seems non-committal with his statement. So 2 for road, 1 for raft. 2 for raft, 3 for road, 3 for raft, 4 for road, 5 for road, 5 for raft, 6 for road, 7 for road, 8 for road. Road. Thank you for the donation, Jack. I think road slightly wins. But thank you for the donation, Jack Roberts. Very much appreciated. All right, so what Snot Bow ends up doing is he gets one of the hopper squigs that you guys used for the attack on Mega Humiopolis, and he's going to use that as his mount to move quickly. He can move stealthily, but my plan was to have him, unless you guys are like, no, he just is going to walk. It might take him a little while to get there if he's just walking. So, and everyone make sure they're obeying Eric Rayner. He's in charge now, and I've given him strict orders to let this power go to his head and to use it somewhat irresponsibly. Okay, Squig. Yeah, everyone seems to be okay with him squigging. All right, so he is heading out. He's going from Snot-Tantanople and cutting across kind of this way and hitting that bend. So at first, as Snot Bow heads out, it's currently daytime, and he is heading out in the area to the south of Snot-Tantanople. It's not really forested. It's kind of like there's grassland and there's scattered trees around. It looks like this area might have been cleared at one point because most of the trees are kind of pine-like trees. They're evergreen. Let's see. People are deciding what is this? People want to paint this squig purple, blue or purple squig. You guys can. The squigs come in a variety of colors. Do you want to grab a purple squig? You can have a purple squig. You don't have to paint it. It's just very tricky to find. I say there are purple squigs. Just like there are no purple squigs in the same way there are no purple orcs. You just can't find them. I think people are going for purple. Let's just make sure. I'm going to make sure that. I'm going to make sure he finds one. He should be fine. Yeah, it finds it. That's an 11. Oop, I bumped this a little. Cool. So, all right, he has a purple squig, and off he goes. So, it's not. It seems initially that it's less dangerous going south, just because there's not as much. There's not a big woods. It's not a habitat that you think would support large, dangerous animals. I'm down with the purple squig being named Not Spotted. What do people think about Zachary Weaver's request? Orpheus has requested Not Spotted be the name. Maybe just Not Spot. Because like Spot is like a dog's name, and he's just like Not Spot. Not Spot. I think no. I like Not Spot because it rhymes, and his name is Not Spot, and it's also he won't be spotted. So I like Not Spot. We'll go with Not Spot. All right, so Snot Bow's faithful riding squig Not Spot. He takes him farther south, and as Snot Bow's walking along, he notices what looks like a bird flying overhead. And there's birds around. There's actually more birds kind of up and circling. There's a lot of vultures in the area, and a lot of like soaring sort of birds. But most of those birds, when they're soaring, they kind of like they ride these sort of thermal drafts and kind of lazily, spiral upwards. while they're soaring and flying to wherever they're going. This bird seems a little weird because it's just kind of going straight, and then after a little while, there's sort of this loud roar, like as it kind of goes overhead. And Snot Bow has never seen one of these things before, but his kind of genetic green skin memory makes him realize what this thing is. And some people have already figured it out. It is, in fact, in his mind, it is a phytobomba. That would be like as far as I know, that is what orcs call aircraft, phytobombas. I don't know if they have a generic term for ships, I guess. So Snot Bow is going to take out he has a set of magnoculars because he's going to go scout. So, and you guys have them from the Hume town. Pretty much every one of the guards had a set of magnoculars that was in Mega Humeopolis, and he takes the magnoculars and he looks through them, and he gets and he has to move a little bit to keep up with this thing. But as far as he could see, there didn't look like there was any like DACA on this phytobomba. Like, I don't like it's just sort of follow and steal the phytobomba. Do you know how difficult it is to try to follow a plane on foot? Yeah, as far as he can tell, there's no DACA on the phytobomba. I appreciate the gumption, Gate Palace, but I don't think it's feasible even for an orc or for a Gretchen to attempt to follow a phytobomba on foot. Try to do it anyway. People are you guys? Do you guys actually want to try to follow this thing? It is flying back up towards. The phytobomba has a weird unofficial pin up of something painted on it. The audience can decide what it is. All right, a pin up. What sort of lady is painted on the? Or we're not discriminating here in the Imperium. It can be a gentleman as well. What is the pinup art on the phytobomba? Thank you, Edward Rylands, for the donation. The group is extra sneaky after doing the plane. All right, so Snotbow is going to try to be extra sneaky. So thank you, Envoy Steelgit. Let me just. Okay, well Snotbow gets advantage on being sneaky. All right, he's being okay sneaky. It's a little hard because it is just he's out in the open and it's daytime. Rat Squig cameo. Miles O'Halloran with the Rat Squig cameo. I'll figure out where to get a Rat Squig in here at some point because you're not. Okay, there is a Rat Squig that hangs out with Snot Bow. It like lives in his. He lives like in his bag or something. All right, phytobomba. What's going to be on the phytobomba? So we got Pickles, a sister. Let's see what we got. Pickles. The pinup is Pickles. Got 2 votes for Pickles. Sister Battle, Pickles. Bikini Commissar Bait, Saint Celis, Armored Lady, Squat Lady, Sister of Battle, Pickle. I think Pickles might. Pickle, did you do? Timmy did Pickles twice. Martyred Lady, Saint Celestine, Pickle. Why have a human when you can have a reference? Sister of Battle. Our man Og is the pinup. Og pinup. It's a lady. It's just a regular orc wearing a pinup lady dress. It's Og pinup. All right, so Saint Celestine has gotten a couple votes. Let's see. All right, what we're gonna do, it looks like the most common things are pickle, a pickle, we have Saint Celestine, and we have our boy Og, as the pinup. So let's just stick with those: pickle, Saint Celestine, or Og. And I have an idea for Og. He's not gonna be sexy pose. Um, Og, pickle, pickle. 3 for Og, pickle. 4 for pickle, 3 for Og, 5 for pickle. Delta Ray, you can't vote for Og more than once. All right, I'm actually going to do. It's pretty close, but I think I'm going to go Og. And what it's going to, because I made a reference to this earlier, that the story of Og has his own like Saturday morning cartoon thing. I did a voice thing of that. So there in World War II, there's a bunch of American bomber art that is like Disney stuff, Disney characters. So it's like, I'm not going to mention what Disney characters they are because I have no faith in Disney to not ping me with copyright stuff. But they'll have like different cartoon characters like carrying bombs or like have their fists up or like various things like that. So that's what Og. Basically it's a picture of Og with like with like a set of with like a bomb in his hand that he's like posed above them to like drop it on the guys. So it's like a old style, it's like a 30s style cartoon of Og, like making like a face and like dropping bombs on the heretics. So I think, and I will let's see. Yeah, let's do Og. Og also has like a bomb in one hand and a pickle in the other hand. And sure, why not Saint Celestine like giving like kind of flying overhead, giving her blessing to Og. It's a busy thing. There we go. Everyone gets what they want. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, yeah, this recon plane is heading towards Mega Humiopolis. Steal the plane. I'm fascinated to know how you guys are planning to steal the plane. If you have a plan to steal the plane, I don't know how you're going to steal a plane that is a few miles above you. Shoot a giant net at the place. Even orcs, you guys are too low tech. I don't think you have any anti-aircraft weaponry. You don't have rockets yet. I appreciate your guys' gumption. You guys don't wall magic. You barely have a weird boy, and Double D is starting to get weird. I think we're gonna, as much as I'm gonna make the executive decision to keep going because I think we're getting distracted. There's not really anything to do about the plane. You just see that it's going, and it headed towards Mega Humiopolis. The plane came in the direction of it came in the direction of roughly where you're going. because you know where the big town is. Okay, so you're going to continue on from right here, and you eventually. Do you want to? Are you going to go? So you're going to hit the road. You'll go faster, or are you going to try to like go along through kind of the grasslands the whole way? The road will be faster, but you will have to be like Snot Bow will have to hide if like Hume trucks start coming. I think people want to go grassland. Sneaky is key. We're less okay. Okay, going by grass. I think one person says road, but I think everyone's going by the grasslands. All right, so you are heading through the grasslands, and it's fairly buggy. Like as Not Spot kind of tramples through the grasslands, it offers you pretty good cover. You're kind of just moving through. I'm going to roll a thing. Okay, so Snotbow's going to roll to be. He wasn't. I'm going to roll him one more time to be sneaky. Okay, and he gets advantage. So that's an 11. And he's going to get advantage. Okay. All right. So as he with this plane being spotted, it's like he really must be like really careful. So he basically uses every bit of his stealth, and he starts moving forward. And what he sees is like a bit of a it's not like a hill, but the land is starting to slope up, and there's a bit of a ridge that he could get up on top of and get a decent viewpoint, because he's starting to get close to where the town is at this point. So he can maybe like get a good viewpoint to kind of scope out the town. We got a Zakamak is popping in to say hi and is leaving. Everyone say hi to a Zakamak. So as Snot Bow is sneaking up, he ends up hearing some rustling in the tall grass. He ends up dismounting from Not Spot and gets the squig to stay. And he begins kind of stealthing forward. And he sees what looks like it's a little similar to the forest wolves. Like it looks like it's a the forest wolves that could climb on stuff. If they are like jaguars, it's almost like if they were different species of big cat. Like the forest wolves were like jaguars. This thing is more like a lion, but it's not as big. It's not quite as big as a lion. It is a large cat, but like it's kind of like a large cat, but it is like a canine sort of looking thing. But this is kind of like a savanna predator. You guys want to get a sneak attack? Sneak attack, or do you want to sneak away from it? Try to tame it. We have two people want to try. So here's the thing about taming. You guys have squigs. You have creatures that are designed to be domesticated and used for everything. Orcs don't really domesticate other things. It's just not a good use of their time. You'd have to spend a lot of time domesticating it instead of just waiting for a squig to pop up. Yeah, kind of a caracal size. I think it's a little bit bigger than a caracal. But we got shoot it, ambush it. Couple. I think most people are saying they want to try to. I think sneak attack seems to be the general thing people want to do. Yeah, I think some people want to sneak away. I think some people want to go ahead and kill it. Snot Bow is super stealth, so he can absolutely sneak up to it. Like it's basically like cleaning itself. It's like, you know, it doesn't detect. No, it's not completely like it's guard down, like it's kind of looking around for things. It's like stalking, looking for. Hold on, I gotta knock at the door. I'm gonna go see what's up. All right, I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. I'm gonna go see what's going on. Hey guys, hold on. Shush. Hey. Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna close the door. Come on, let's just go. Let's go downstairs. Come on. Riley, come on, let's go downstairs. Here. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Yeah. Get that before you head out. Sorry, guys. All right. Something happened. All right. Apologies, everybody. I am returned. We're gonna sneak attack this critter. Just making sure I didn't get nobody donated in the time that I was here. All right. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for sneak attack. He's gonna have advantage on the attack because the critter cannot see him. It's kind of a tanned colored dog cat thing. Go ahead and get this at advantage. That is a 9. 19. All right. So Snot Bow like comes up and he basically just catches the thing completely by surprise and like goes right for the neck and cuts right through the thing, and you know he gets like his rogue backstab thing, so he just completely takes it out. He just one-shots it. He successfully snuck up on it. He rolled really well. Eric is becoming power hungry. Well, you guys just have to feed him. You have to feed him. You have to feed his ego, and that's the only way to appease the mod. But yeah, you guys, he completely takes it out. He completely takes it out. All right, so scan it for the hide. Yeah, the creature has purple stripes. Indeed, it does, Nick Fulton. It will be a detail that is mentioned in the story. That is very observant of you that it has purple stripes. All right, so you guys continue on, and this is where I get to use my other map that I drew all by myself. So Snot Bow continues up to the ridge, and he sees down below him the town. He sees a town that is a bit of a circle, and it looks like this. I have this labeled with numbers. Let me get this so it's completely in. So basically, you have the different roads coming in from different places. I'm going to get this out so we're not seeing the stuff underneath. But yeah, you have different roads coming from different places, and then this is a mag rail line. So there's it's like trains. It's a train. So roads up here, and this is basically what it is. And from where he's sitting in the tall grass with his magnoculars, Snot Bow can see. There's a fair there seems to be a mag train that is like coming out of the station and it's leaving. It's going back out. It's going back out kind of this way. And there's also a fair. He can see a couple, not like a ton, but he can see like a couple trucks like farther out along these roads. Like if you go out a little bit, you can see like trucks coming in and a couple coming out. It's like a handful. But as far as the size of this thing, this is much, much, much bigger than Mega Humiopolis. Mega Humiopolis was like 10 families, so somewhere between like 50 and 100 people. And this is like a couple thousand people. So this is a couple thousand people. All right, feed it to Not Spot. Oh, Not Spot's definitely. So you guys have a striped cape. You guys have the hide, and Not Spot is definitely going to eat the thing. Like that would be what he would do, unless you. He's a very sweet boy. Hey, Crowley, you want to come here? Let's see. Let me see if I can use. He doesn't show up great on camera. Hey, puppy. Look up. Say hello to the people. Look how cute you are. Oh, there he goes. He heard something. That was in fact a puppy. All right. So what is planned from here? This is what he sees. He can try to scope out and get closer and get more of like details about what's in these areas or how things are set up. Or you can like head back and report on what you see so far. Okay, got one for look closer. We got people saying sabotage the mag rails. That's going to take a little bit of planning. You're going to need a little bit more than that. Can be a thing. Why don't we do that as a thing that's later? People have been. Pack of doggos are spotted in the town. It'd be if there wouldn't be the wild ones. I guess there are canids around. Yeah, in the central square area, kind of here. I guess Snot Bow could see that there are people around, and let's say that one of them is walking a bunch of canids. He said he wanted a pack of. If he wants to just have canids in the place. They could be at the different gate areas. But yeah, there's basically a big fence. There's a fence similar to the one that was around Mega Humiopolis that kind of marks the edge of the territory, and there are like checkpoints at the entrance of each one. All right, Edward Ryland's coming in. Snot Bow catches sight of an important individual to this settlement from the long distance because of the sun reflected off of a row of metals. Okay. It's in the same area as the they're like in the center of town. There is like a town square, and there are a bunch of there's a bunch of important buildings, and you see like this older man who's like he's got like a big impressive like 19th century mustache that's like very elegant and gray. He's a little on the heavy side. He has kind of an old looking uniform that looks like he's taken really good care of it, and it is like festooned with medals, and he like walks around very very proudly, and like is very grandiose. Like he like Snot Bow can see him like doffing his hat. He has like a big. I'm going to give him a bicorn. He has like a big official military bicorn, and he's like going around greeting people, and people are like bowing to him. He's giving like, you know, short bows. He's very like full of himself for being some kind of leader in this relatively small town. Yeah, basically he's like an old Civil War general now retired. You don't see any weapons on him. Somebody asked what weapons he has. He is not currently armed aside from like a saber. Like he has a saber at his side. Roll to see if it contains lead. The hat. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, it was old haberdashers. Did they use lead? I know Mad as a Hatter was like a thing. I didn't know that lead was involved though. It's a 10. I'm gonna be like meh. I don't know what you're looking for as far as lead goes. Phone wigged out. We're scoping out the town, and we spotted a big, important, fancy-looking Humie with a big hat and a lot of medals. Yeah, okay. That sounded right, but I hadn't. I know Mad as a Hatter. I didn't know it was lead that made them crazy. I assumed it was mercury. Everyone always uses mercury, and it makes them go crazy. But I guess that makes sense. Got to find where they keep the DACA and boys. All right, when you're scoping out these areas, which are these areas right here, these boop and boop, these squares that are all at the gates, you can see that there are boys there. There are Humie boys that are well armed, and they're checking. You can see that they're checking like trucks that are coming in. They look reasonably armed. They have uniforms on, and they're yeah, and they have kind of their uniforms are different than the guys that came up, the 4 Humies you guys killed who had 3 las guns and a Burna. These guys have different uniforms than them. These guys have more of like a 19th century European or American military kind of look. So like the helmets haven't returned yet, sort of thing. But you do see there is over in down here. This is the mag train station right here. But like right here, kind of like right there. I'm going to draw it in later. I was going to draw this in as you guys found stuff, but I think it's going to be a little awkward for me to keep like scribbling on this. But there is a building where you see guys that are more similarly dressed like the unit that came up. There's not like a ton of dudes that are out in front, but they have like more like World War II looking uniforms, kind of almost more standard guardsmen, except they don't have flak armor. They have like this shark scale armor that's more designed for dealing with animals. So that's what we got so far. That's what you can see from where you are. If you wanted more detail about the layout, you might need to get closer. Can orcs make trains? Orcs can make anything. There's nothing that an orc can't make. So they're normal guardsmen and they're a Civil War guardsman. They're essentially, yeah. The normal guardsmen, you'd have to investigate more of like what the different roles of these guys are. I know what they do. I say we take a train full of gubbins. All right, what that's going to be, that seems to be a very popular idea, is we're going to do a great train robbery. I got to put that. I'm going to put that in here. We're not going to do that now. That's going to take some planning. Snot Bow on his own is not going to do that. Let me put things to. I'm basically keeping things organized here. All right, we'll do a great train robbery. Not right this second. Are they PDF? You don't know how this. See, so this is the way. I mean, basically everything that is not Imperial Guard on a planet is considered PDF or Arbites or something like that. If these are basically local forces, so everything I guess would be considered PDF. But this planet might have a specific organization, like different groups that do different things. Okay, yeah. This place is definitely. We'll say that Snot Bow is seeing people because the train just pulled out. The mag train just pulled out. We're going to say that train, Snot Bow can see that there are big crates with big pickles on them from Corum Pere 5. Well, the hill is not like a really steep hill. It's a very gradual kind of slope. If you pushed a rock down it wouldn't roll very far. There's the planes have you have traveled like a couple of miles down to this area. That plane could have come from hundreds of miles away. Or hundreds of kilometers away. It didn't have to come from here. There's no airfield here. Try to steal the pickles. You would have to go down and get inside of the town to try to steal the pickles. All right, is that what we're going to try to do? Does Snot Bow want to try? That's kind of what you guys need to do. Is he going to try to sneak in and start stalking around inside of this place? So we're definitely going in. Okay, let's do a re-roll of Snot Bow as he starts stalking. There's use the sewers. You'd have to find an entrance to the sewers, and all of the entrances are inside the town. There's no not sewers in there. Got two people saying go home. Scope out the outside. Got to get that info. We must leave. Snot Bow, stealth god, sneak in, for real stealth go. We leave, god. You doubt orcish power. Yeah, but how are you going to eat pickles with sewer hands? I think you underestimate Greenskin's ability to. Yeah, that is the thing. If Snot Bow gets caught or he's killed, then none of this gets back to Snodius. All right, we're gonna do a quick vote because it's hard to read everything. One, type in 1 if you want to sneak in, 2 if you want to go home. It's a little bit too hard for me to read all of this stuff. Let's just do this real easy. 2, go home. 1, sneak in. And don't vote twice. That makes it hard for me. This is pretty even. All right, I'm gonna start counting. Okay. Go home. I'm gonna count up each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, stupid thing keeps moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 for go home. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for sneak in. Okay, so that's going to be you guys are going to start heading back. Okay, so that's basically what you found out. You saw a plane heading up overhead, and let me do some. I'm going to do a thing real quick. Let me get, for those of you who have not yet joined my Discord, let me do that. Make sure you guys are liking the stream. If you haven't done so, please like it. And then for those of you who have not yet joined the Discord, that is going to be right there. I figured I might as well do that. It was a decent break. All right. All right. I think I'm going to go make myself some coffee. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here. I'm going to go get some coffee, and what I think we'll do is we'll have Snot Bow head back. We can have a few things. We can talk a little bit about things that are happening back in Mega Humiopolis, because Snodius is going to arrive there with his whole crew, and they're going to be doing things. So, all right, I'm going to get some coffee. I will be back. You guys entertain yourselves. All of the choppas are over there in a pile in the corner. You guys can fight over who's boss while I'm gone. I'll return, and I'll see who managed to become boss. I expect you guys to have sorted it all out. Who's the biggest and stompiest? All right, I return. So who is now boss? The people who are currently over are my husband is not here. Oh, they've decided that I'm the boss? Is that the case? I hope you guys had fun. Just want to make sure that anybody. Oh, we did. I did get donations. Let's see what else. Okay, so that's where I did that. Nick Fulton, a random snot with a pickle shoved up their nose. Too many pickles. All right, let me get. You paid for this. Let's get the voice going. So a random snot with a pickle shoved up its nose. Too many pickles. Still tasty though. No, not the nugget. There you go. I did it in a funny voice. Cool. Much appreciated. I am slowly becoming more of a person as I am coffeeing myself. All right, let's get back to business. Heading back, so Snot Bow's heading back, and we are going back to. Let's get the more local map of. Get the more local map. Oh goodness, this is all warped. I can't fit this on here. I think my. Can I get this backed up a little bit? I'm going to try to do something here. This might not be a smart idea. I'm trying to. How can I secure this? I don't know if I can do this. Can I do that? Will that stay? I don't think it's going to stay this way. No, it's not going to stay. 1 second. Let me see if I can get this so it's a little bit. Let me see if I can get this so it's a little bit, so you can see. Well, it's not awful. You can see most of that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. You can see a bit better. Okay, going to go tell Snodius. Snodius is going with his crew, and everyone who is with him right now. I have the list of guys. So the people who are with Snodius are as follows, and I quote, where'd it go? Where's his list of dudes? Totally have. Okay, so he has the orcs, which is Humius, Orcius 2, and Noogie Boy. He has Double D is with him, Tree Climber, Tom, Jerry, Wiley, Coyote, Dexter, Dee Dee, and an extra 40 snotlings that are there. And among those, we do have Double D's snotling squad, which includes Gringo, Doretist, Inane, Longnose, and Git Chop. Okay, so Snot Bow's going to take a little bit. We have a little bit of time before Snodius. He's gonna travel along the river, get back up to Mega Humiopolis, and he's going to get his guys to work. Most of the work, the big project that you guys have going on is DeBrain is working on something, and pretty much everyone else is trying to build a road from Mega Humiopolis down through the rest of Snotopia. And as you guys get back, they have managed to get the bridge built. And then and if you guys kind of all work at it, you can get an appreciable amount of road stuff getting done. The nearest, what's the nearest? I think Big Cave would be the nearest place to get a road to. Or no, I think it would be. I think over here, it's like over in here. It's going to be Wolf Tree. I think Wolf Tree is the closest place. Then it'll be take that over to Big Cave, and then Snotantinople and Byzantium. Okay, Double D kills a skunk, and wears it as a hat. So, all right. So, basically, as you guys are, you stop briefly because a couple of grots and snots need to make. Basically, they need to go to the bathroom. And you found that going off the side of the raft tends to draw the attention of the river monsters. Which is still dangerous to grots. So there is a point where you guys stop. You guys stop and they're going to do their business. And as Double D is doing his business, a skunk pops out of nowhere and like surprises him, and he basically goes, "Ah!" He like yells, and there's like a sudden blast of green energy as like the skunk's head immediately explodes. And then there's basically he's left with a skunk, which he immediately claims for himself, and now makes a skunk skin cap out of it. So it looks like a raccoon skin cap, with the tail hanging down, but it's a skunk tail. All right, so you guys arrive, and if you basically can, if you want to, you can spend time just working on the road, and you'll make pretty good headway. Well, let's do a roll for the work on the road. If you do really good, like if we roll a 20 on this, let's get. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get something for this. One moment. All right, so step 1, I need that, so we can hold the orb. And then we're going to roll to see how much road stuff we get done. That is a 2. Unfortunate. The orb. Oh, you know what? The orb is blue. I should have rolled the blue one. Oh, well. It is what it is. You guys get there, and like, there's a problem among the orcs because the orcs don't want to do grot work. Like, they think that building this road, the grots should do. But if the orcs help, like Orceus, Humius, and Noogie Boy are grumpy and like not working as hard as they can because they think this is grot work. Do we want to roll for what do we want to do? Because like the work's not going nearly as fast as it should with all of these new hands. Punch some gits. Inspire the troops. Punching. I think punching is kind of the most natural thing for Snodius to do. Give them good smack in the head to motivate. All right, Miles O'Halloran has decided. All right, we're going to smack them. Good gravy. We're not rolling well. I needed to roll. Oh, I need to roll the blue one. That was my fault. I actually intended to roll the blue one. I'm going to roll the blue one this time. I said I'm going to roll the blue one, and then I rolled the wrong one. Coffee hasn't completely kicked in yet. We're going to... Okay, that is an 8. All right. Snodius, like, smacks them. He's like, come on, get doing it. All right, I'm removing the orb. This isn't working. The orb is that you guys have displeased the orb, clearly. Normally, the orb is definitely good luck. All right, but Snodius basically smacks the orcs, but they're still like kind of dragging their feet. Like it helps a little bit. We had a request to remove the orb. Give orb coffee. All right, I will dip the orb in some of my coffee. I'm making my coffee slightly gross for you guys. I drank more of my coffee than I planned. My coffee. All right, so it has been put. The orb has been put in the coffee, so it is now caffeinated. All right, now that the orb has been caffeinated, so yeah, you guys are making somewhat slow progress. The orcs are still like grumpy about doing this work. The orcs are mostly spending their time bullying the snots and grots to make them do more work. Do you want to sacrifice a snotling to please Gork and Mork? Want to pray to Gork and Mork? Eat a snotling. We got 2 people saying kill a snotling to show you mean business. Now, I'm not going to name the snotling that because the name it might be a problem. All right, kill and pray sounds good. Let's kill a snotling. Right, I'm going to roll blue this time. See if it's better with the coffee. All right, that is an 18. All right, we sacrificed the pickle snot. There is a snotling that somehow has found a pickle and has been carrying it around and not doing any work. So Snodius grabs this snotling along with the pickle and just eats him. Just in one chomp, eats the snotling. And it's actually pretty good with the pickle. Snotling meat actually goes pretty well. It is like eating a nice sandwich with like a nice crisp pickle. All right, so that has helped inspire the guys, so they are now working more. But you're going to finish the bridge, and you're going to get across. You're going to start working your way down towards the reason it's kind of slow going is you're going through the dark forest at this point, so the trees are really big. It's just that's kind of what you're running across. Is this is just slow going as to Wolf Tree. To Wolf Tree and then the Big Cave. And then the Snot-Tantanople and Snotantium. So you guys are going, it's just going to be slow going through the Dark Forest. Let's see if there are pickles in Mega Humiopolis. I'm just rolling green because pickles are green. No, I'm going to say no. That's a 9. No pickles in Mega Humiopolis. If you guys want pickles, you're going to have to take the town below, which unfortunately Snot Bow did not find out what the name of the place was. Yeah, well, this is not core, or at least as far as we know, this isn't Corum Perry 5. All right, what we have? What else? So yeah, Snodius basically works on the road, and eventually, Snot Bow arrives and tells him what he sees. So, Snot Bow arrives. He gets directed by DeFurious to head over towards. DeFurious has like a more proper. He got fitted with a better prosthetic leg, so he can mostly. He's a little slow, but he can mostly do all the stuff that he normally does. Um, it's not quite bionics. Like he doesn't have. He's not a cyborg, but he has like a decent prosthetic. So Snotbow heads over to Snodius, and Snodius kind of sees him. So, what did you find? And Snotbow kind of leans in and whispers, not that there's any reason why he needs to be secretive. I went down south, and I was looking at the map, and there's a great big Yumi town down there, bigger than Mega Yumiopolis. This is mega Yumiopolis. There's got to be many lots of Yumis. And Snodius kind of rubs his chin with one hand and then picks his nose with the other. More bigger than Mega Yumiopolis, you say? Well, that looks like to be the place to take next. And then Snotbow says, yeah. And did you see the big bird what flew over and then there was a lot of noise? And then Snodius kind of like, yeah, I saw it. It sort of flew over and then turned around and went back. I think that was a fighter bomber. I think the Yumis is looking out. I think they got eyes on Mega Yumiopolis now. I don't know if they saw us or if they knew that we was here or if the other boys all got snicked. But they might know that we's here now. Now, what we could also have happen is we could have Steve arrive with his crew from up north. All right, so Edward Rylands. So the snot tries to crawl out of Snodius's mouth. So like as they're talking, you can hear like, and Snodius kind of opens his mouth, shoves the snotling back down, and just goes, crunches it down. Snot Antinople has the mushrooms covering us. I don't think you have the mushrooms covering Mega Humiopolis. Is that did we? I'm trying to remember. You guys got to be honest with me. Did we have them covering all of the settlements? Did we have? You be honest with me. Did we have the mushrooms covering all of this? I don't think we did it in the ones in the woods because the trees cover them. Yeah, that was kind of okay. So okay, that's what I thought. Big Cave and Wolf Tree are covered because they're in the woods. Well, they'll sort of sprout as part of like they're just fungus that will spread, I guess. They'll kind of pop up at some point. Let's see if we get. Let's see what. I'll let the dice decide if any of them randomly sprouted up. All right, I got blue. All right, that is a. Let's see if I can get so you guys can see it. That is a 17. If you can tell. So yeah, it's not. They're starting to sprout up. It doesn't cover the whole town, but you have a couple of the mushrooms that are up. Now the other thing about a big forest of mushrooms is You can still tell there's a big forest of mushrooms, which is, you know, not the regular woods. You guys have watchtowers in Mega Humiopolis, the old ones. If you want bigger ones, you can. All right, do we want to have Steve show up? You guys ready to have? I think Steve ought to show up. I think that's what I would like to have happen. And then, all right. So Steve arrives on the other raft with the. I think he left the other commandos back at Byzantium to try to, if the Humies followed them, or like started searching, that they would try to defend the outskirts of like the Dark Forest and stuff. So there's like a crew with him. He's got like some snotlings that are with. He's got like his snot crew, and maybe another grot, just because that one of the other grots. Let's call it. Let's say he came up with Punching Bag, and Punching Bag is going to paddle back and like pick up some stuff and move some things around, just so they can keep moving the raft, so it's not just stuck in one place. Anyways, Steve arrives as Snot Bow and Snodius are talking, and he comes up. He's, boss, Snot Bow, boss Snodius. We got a problem. Why? What is it? Yeah, what is it? What did you find? Well, we went up north, and there's all sort of weird stuff up there. Yeah, I know that. Snotbow said so. What else you find? Well, all the trees in the dark forest, they all start dying. And then they's all dead, completely dead. And there's this gray grass. And then past the gray grass, there's a big Humie fort. A big Humie stronghold. And there's something inside. There's big buildings and trucks and Daka, and a bunch of the boys, a bunch of the snotlings all got shot up. They knows we's here. They knows we's here. And Snodius like takes all of this in. So he now realizes that he has a big Humie town to the south, and there is like a Humie military base to the north. And Snodius contemplates what to do as he sticks an enormous finger in his nose to decide what to do next. And unfortunately, guys, I think I am going to stop there. For everybody who's here, thank you all for hanging out. If you haven't yet done so, go ahead and like the stream. I'm also going to post the Discord. Boop. Yep, Snodius is very, very, very angry. But I think that's a good place to end it. So if you want to join our Discord, you can hang out there. I'm probably going to chill out for the rest of the day. Normally I go and hang out in the Discord for a little bit after streaming, but I am like too out of it today. I'm a big dumb no man. So yeah, I think this is a good setup. We'll be able to do neat stuff next time. I'm going to go back at some point. I'm going to go back and reread the all of chat. Let me give some thanks to the people who donated. Edward Rylands gets MVP. He donated a lot. Thank you, Nick Fulton, Miles O'Halloran, Edwin Marin Castro, Nick Fulton again. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. I want to go back. I want to go back farther. Can I pop up? Can I go back farther? I mean, how far back can I go? I hate that it doesn't just let me go It doesn't let me go back farther. That stinks. That stinks. I will be able to recheck it out. Hawkins donated. Thank you, Hawkins. I wish I. Oh, I want to do all chat messages are visible. Is that what I want? All right. It's not. It's being difficult. But definitely thank you all to everyone who donated. Thank you all for participating. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And this will be good for the story. And I will see you all another time. No man out. I'm gonna go get some rest. See you guys.